My name is Larry McElroy, and I run a small business called Excorio Precision Arms. We build custom bolt-action rifles. Well, Excorio Precision Arms has been building fine firearms for years and years now. My clients are generally men, some ladies, but usually it's men who buy guns, young guys who are just getting into the sport and want a very accurate rifle to learn with, all the way to older fellas who have money and want a very nice rifle to shoot with. They realize that they can shoot long range and shoot well with specialized optics. I have two kinds of clients generally. I have clients who want me to take a factory rifle and modify it into a custom rifle. They want me to modify it by accurizing it, putting a custom barrel on it, giving it either a trigger job or putting a custom trigger on it. And I also have customers, it's about half and half, who want me to take a custom receiver, a custom action, and build a rifle from scratch with that. This is a custom rifle that was built on a Remington 700 receiver. This happens to be the rifle I shoot. It is the left-handed model. I shoot left-handed. The receiver has been trued, what we call blueprinted, which means that I cut the receiver face exactly square to the bore. I've put a custom recoil lug on it from Badger Ordnance. This is a Krieger stainless steel barrel. This rifle is 308 Winchester in caliber with a 10-to-1 twist barrel. And it has an Ewer Valdata Romanian scope, 3-18. It's a very expensive scope. I've personally shot this rifle out to 1,000 yards and it does very well. It's got a Manners custom stock. Generally, my customers all want some sort of custom paint job, and I do that too. I did this paint work. I made this custom cheek piece for it as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm able to get my cheek weld exactly where I want it behind the scope. I also have customers that come in who don't want to spend as much money. They want a nice rifle to shoot. They want one that's better than a factory rifle, but they don't have many thousands of dollars to spend on a rifle, and this is a very good example of one of those guns. This is also a Remington 700. The receiver's been blueprinted. However, we've retained the factory Remington barrel. It sits in a Bell & Carlson stock, which isn't quite as expensive as a Manners stock, and it didn't have to be bedded into the Manners stock, which saves a couple $100 for the customer as well. It has a Millet TRS-1 scope that's 4-16 by 50 and has a 50mm ocular bell. It also has an adjustable cheek piece on it, and this rifle just happens to be one that I built for my son when he graduated from high school. This was a gift to him. Custom paint was done by me, a little bit of airbrush work. This has been a very well-received, well-liked rifle. And this rifle generally would cost the customer less than $2,000 complete. I have an interesting project that I'm working on right now. I was contacted about a year ago by a gentleman named Wendell Sullivan, and he goes by Sully. And at that time, my oldest son was in the United States Marine Corps. Sully had a son named Ryan Sullivan, who was a scout sniper in the United States Marine Corps. He was set up with his spotter in Iraq on the second floor of a building. An RPG was fired at them, and they found it necessary to bail out the back window of the building. Due to the fall and the explosion, they both suffered serious injuries to their legs, arms, backs, and necks. Ryan was sent back to the United States for treatment and rehab and several surgeries, but even after all the surgeries, he was unable to return to duty and was discharged from the Marine Corps. He was going to have limited mobility at best, and he actually passed away a month after he returned home. And Sully wanted to build a rifle to commemorate Ryan, a memorial rifle for Ryan Sullivan. So we talked about this project, we undertook it. We're building a rifle in 260 Remington on a Surgeon custom receiver, which is a top of the line custom receiver. Our goal with this rifle is to use the best of everything to build it beautifully. The rifle is named Hero already. It's a very special project to me. It means something. I love these rifles that mean something, and this has been one that all the way through has been very special. We've used the best of everything for this one.